Hello everyone and welcome to Behind the Plays. I'm here with Megan Fitzgerald, a cross-country runner and track runner at Southeastern University. Megan, thanks so much for being with us today.
Yeah, of course.
So tell us, running. Your sport is just to run. So kind of how did you get into this?
At first, I wanted nothing to do with running. I actually played golf, and I was set on just doing that throughout my high school career. But all my siblings had ran before me, so my parents were like, Megan, I really think you should try it out. And so I just kind of got into it, and I started with track.
Mm-hmm. So would you say they kind of inspired you to do it, or do you have other people in your life as well?
Yeah, so they were like the main motivators behind it at first, but then as I got more into running and I kind of studied like runners, there was this guy named Eric Little who ran for the 1924 Paris Olympics, and he was a Christian, and he kind of just inspired me in his testimony and everything and how he ran.
So even though you've only been doing this for like 4 years now, as you mentioned before, you've done a pretty good job at it. You've gone to nationals for cross country and for track. Tell us a little bit about your experience there.
It was really special. It's just really cool to see so many teams and so many coaches come together, and you just kind of like feel the ambience of like the competition level, and it's a really cool experience.
So for most sports, you are competing with a ball, or you're competing to go to a net or something like that. And that's kind of, the running is more of the punishment in a practice or in a game.
Yep.
So you run just for your sport. So tell us kind of what is the mindset behind that and what makes it so enjoyable for you?
Well, I know for me personally, and I think with a lot of other runners as well, it's kind of like you get in a zone. It's like just you and the trail or the road before you, and you just kind of keep going, and you just kind of like lose that physical presence type thing. You just kind of go into it, and it's just kind of an experience.
How would you say that cross country or track has kind of helped you in your life, you know, the discipline that you learned as a college athlete and just kind of having that mindset of staying focused on your goal? How do you think that's helped you?
It's absolutely taught me discipline because, you know, when you have like 6:30 a.m. practices and you have weights at this certain time and everything, it just really keeps you regimented, and it just keeps you also as well focused, because if you slack off, then you're just going to have a horrible season or you won't have a good workout. So it just really keeps you on par.
And I have seen this personally, and I know many others have as well. You will be running just not even with the team, just with practice, just doing it by yourself. So you've really had that discipline to kind of go above and beyond the call of duty, I guess you could say. You know, not just going with practice, not just going with your team, but doing it on your own. How many miles do you run just by yourself or like in a day?
Well, it's kind of like by week, so I'd say like the highest I've gone up to is about 70 miles a week. Right now I'm at 60, and you just kind of, you can't like think about it in a general term. You just kind of like got to go with what you have.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But that's awesome. Obviously that hard work and, you know, doing that extra stuff has really paid off for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So do you plan on doing cross country in the future?
I would definitely like to, because I'm thinking of possibly being a high school English teacher. So I'm thinking I'd like to possibly coach as well at the local high school that I would be at.
That's awesome. So what would you say to a cross-country runner now in high school or, you know, even in middle school, just trying to, struggling to, you know, get to that collegiate level? What would you say to them?
I would say, first of all, just have fun with it, you know, enjoy it. See running as something special and unique, and definitely a God, you know, given gift. And also stay focused. Don't lose that mentality of dedication.
All right, thanks so much, Megan, for sitting down and answering a few questions. This wraps up our first season of Behind the Plays. Catch us next fall for season 2.